Well, holy shit. The Indiana Pacers are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Did not think this was ever going to happen, but it's been a good year for some parity in the NBA. It really wasn't a game. From like the halfway point of the first quarter on, it just really wasn't a game. Pascal Siakam started off on fire, and then Tyrese Halliburton missed like a little bunny on the baseline. That was off of I forgot who shot the three, but it was an air ball. Tyrese caught it and then tried to lay it back up, but was just short. And I thought from there, I was like, oh no, is he gonna, be passive? Nope. He was absolutely aggressive, and it blew the doors open for this game. The Pacers also played really good defense, especially on Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson started off the game slow, and what a heartbreaker. Just injury on top of injury for the Knicks. And to have it just end with Jalen Brunson fracturing his left hand, that's tough. But OG Anunoby tried to give it a go, even made his first two jumpers. It was just very clear from the beginning that he could not move. It just looked like he had a wooden leg out there just dragging it. And then Deuce McBride plays the rest of the game, basically starts the second half. And it's just injury on top of injury for the Knicks. Josh Hart clearly not 100% with that abdominal strain. And the Pacers just ran them into the ground. I mean, that first quarter was absolutely insane. 76% shooting in the first half, but the Pacers had a 188 offensive rating in that first quarter. And the Knicks, they weren't doing too bad, but the Pacers were just scoring at a rate that was absolutely insane, and they were running the Knicks into the ground. Aaron Nesmith was perfect from the field. Miles Turner only missed 4 shots but had 17 points. Andrew Nembhard was 8 of 10. And aside from those first 2 games, and really, you got to give him credit because he's been trying to guard Brunson all series. Overall, on the whole, he had a really good series for the Pacers. Ben Shepherd, who has kind of been an underrated rotation player in this series for the Pacers, the rookie has really showed up big, averaging nearly 19 minutes a game in these playoffs and is shooting 47% from 3 and just plays really solid defense. That was just an underrated part of this Pacers team that, just another guy that can contribute and do a little bit of everything. He can guard, space the floor, get rebounds. And Ben Shepherd, to me, was kind of one of these unsung heroes for this Pacers team. Isaiah Jackson really came to life in his minutes the last few games. Of course, we can't forget about TJ McConnell, who got another TJ McConnell type steal with that just back-breaking inbounds play by the Knicks when they were trying to claw their way back into the game. I'm sure Knicks fans don't want to see another fucked up inbounds play against the Indiana Pacers in a big playoff game. But that TJ McConnell steal led to a Aaron Nesmith and one. That was kind of like okay, this might be a wrap. Tyrese Halliburton, his start to the game after like midway through that first quarter, I think he had 11 points in the first quarter. That kind of just blew the game open for the Pacers, and they just kept piling it on. And their offense was just ridiculous. Also, some really bad defense from the Knicks. Just allowing dribble penetration all the time in the paint, open threes. The Pacers are hitting leak outs off of a made basket or a made three, made free throw, whatever it is. We saw that a lot in this series. And the Knicks, I think, were just tired. They had to play their key guys a lot of minutes because they already had key guys out. And it just culminated into just the Knicks just looked really tired, and the Pacers team looked like the better and fresher team. And now we have a Pacers-Celtics series. Who could have imagined that? I mean, these numbers are ridiculous. 67% shooting for the game for the Pacers, 54% shooting from 3. Tyrese Halliburton making 6 of those, going 6 of 12 from 3. 33 assists, only 12 turnovers. Well, they were turning the ball over a little bit for a stretch in that third quarter when the Knicks were making their run. But for the most part, it was just a perfect, efficient game. I was completely wrong about this series. I thought the Knicks were going to grind the Pacers into dust and lose in 5, but clearly I was wrong on that. It was in fact the Pacers that ran the Knicks into the ground and were just super efficient, getting into the paint. Also, shout out to Miles Turner because he has been playing well all playoffs on both ends of the floor, and he goes on stretches where he just makes a barrage of threes. The Pacers are just clicking right now. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to go against the Pacers again and pick the Celtics in 5. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think Indiana is completely helpless in this series. I'm just giving respect to the Boston Celtics as a 64-win team. I think top down, they're top 5, and if Porzingis comes back, at some point in this series, I think the Celtics will pull it out, and I think they have the better top-end talent too. I like the Celtics' size. I like their starting 5, even with Al Horford in the starting lineup instead of Porzingis. And the Pacers are going to have their work cut out for them trying to stop the dribble, drive, kick game of the Boston Celtics. The Celtics could get to the paint if they wanted to, and that's going to be the thing that I'm going to watch for in this series, is how often they want to do that instead of, taking bad threes or taking early shot clock contested threes or something like that. We saw in this series that whenever Aaron Nesmith gets into foul trouble, the Pacers had basically no answers for Jalen Brunson. And with the Celtics having both Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, and Derek White to deal with, and the fact that the Celtics, all their ball handlers are good screeners too. I'm just interested to see how willing the Celtics are to just go to the paint at will, and Miles Turner being stretched out to guard Al Horford. But the Pacers do present problems for the Celtics on the other end of the court too. It'll all depend on the aggression of Tyrese Halliburton, and can he handle the backcourt pressure of Drew Holiday and Derek White. But I don't want to go too far into the series, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to pick against the Pacers again and go Celtics in 5. But either way, just a great year for the Pacers, exceeded expectations in every way. Now we'll see if they give the Celtics a series.